Hey everybody, today I'm going to give you my thoughts on alcohol. Let me get this out of the way early in this video. I drink zero alcohol. And I don't mean like zero alcohol, but I'll take a shot at a celebration, or zero alcohol, but I'll have a beer during the Super Bowl. I didn't drink at my wedding. Like, I drink zero alcohol. With that being said, I wasn't always this way. I used to love to drink. I used to drink too much and do a lot of stupid shit. So I never want to come across in these videos, especially the younger guys, as preachy. I just want to share my thoughts and my journey as we do these videos here. I think everyone is going to have their arc with alcohol. Like, I think a lot of people, especially nowadays, are going to get to the point where they don't drink. And what I'd say is the sooner that you can get to that point, the better. We all have our genetic potential when it comes to lifting weights, and we talked a bit about this in a previous video. But we're all genetically different when it comes to alcohol as well. You know, we see some people who can drink 5-6 beers, pound a couple shots, and be up for work the next day, not hungover, just ready to go. And I actually think that's not a good thing. I was the opposite. I would get really bad hangovers. And I'm also all about extremes. I shouldn't say all about, but I do have a tendency to go all in. That's why I do well at bodybuilding shows, because I don't cheat during my prep at all. Like, I don't have not a cheat day, a cheat meal. I don't have a cheat bite. So I do have a tendency to go all in, and that would come out when it came to drinking. Like, I wasn't that guy that's going to, after work, hit a happy hour and have a beer or two and get on my way. Once that alcohol touched the lips, it was going to be an adventure, to say the least. You know, I was going to get my hands dirty and drain my bank account. Something you'll hear me say a lot is everything in life is a trade-off. And while alcohol is objectively bad for you, and I think it's probably the main thing that's socially acceptable in our society that is really harmful, there can be positives that come out of drinking if you can keep it under control. A lot of friendships are forged at a bar. You know, I've been to a couple people's weddings and made some good friends, you know, over a couple beers. You tend to have really good conversations, and people open up and get to know each other. Now, you know, that can go too far, but people tend to open up a little bit more and lose some of their inhibitions when they're drinking. I could tell you guys, I wouldn't have had the courage to approach my wife if I wasn't drunk. Like, she's smoking hot, and I just wouldn't have had the courage or the confidence to approach her if I didn't have a couple beers in me. So while I am a huge advocate of living an alcohol-free life, in a weird way, I could say that I wouldn't be married with all these wonderful children and have the life that I have if it wasn't for alcohol. The slippery slope for me with drinking was I had this desire to always see, you know, what would happen next. Like, I didn't want the night to end, and before you know it, it's, you know, 1-2 o'clock in the morning. You've had a lot to drink, and like I said, I get bad hangovers, so it kind of just took me out for the next day. Naturally, that's going to hurt my progress in the gym. That can hurt my professional life. You know, there's some people out there who are on my list of who to text my crazy thoughts to. You guys could probably tell in these videos my mind goes a million miles per minute. So there were people that would wake up to you know, my crazy thoughts, and it's funny now, but that had to be annoying for them. So you guys know who you are. My bad. If you're considering going alcohol free, there's a couple tools that I would recommend. To start, non-alcoholic beers, non-alcoholic wine. Taste like the real thing for the most part. There's a couple non-alcoholic beers out there that taste just like the regular ones, like Stella, Heineken. There's a couple IPAs out there that taste like their alcohol counterparts. And then non-alcoholic wine tastes pretty good too, and that can make you feel like you're part of the event if you're in a social atmosphere. But I would recommend not putting yourself in too many of those situations if you're really truly not trying to drink, because the social pressure, it can be a lot. You also want to track progress. Like, there's an app out there that you can go into and it shows you the amount of days that you've gone without having alcohol, because it gets real when you put a number to it. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. As those days compound, you ask yourself, man, is it worth it to have a drink? You start to think that you could really do this going forward. It really means a lot as the days get higher and higher on that list. I did, in a moment of beta weakness, have one time in the past 2 years, I want to say, where I did drink, and I would like to help you guys avoid this trap. So if your purpose for not drinking is another human being, if you're doing it for them, if you get angry with them, or if they let you down momentarily, that's an easy excuse to say, like, well, I love drinking, I'm not doing this for you, here you are giving me a hard time, well, fuck it, I'm just going to drink, right? Bad mindset. You need to root your purpose for not drinking in something rock solid and infallible. If you're religious, that will be the man up above. If you're not religious, I don't know what to tell you. Find something that's not a person to root your mission into, because people will always let you down at some point. You'll let people down too. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Now, before I stopped drinking entirely, I would get to the point where I would stop before I got too drunk. Like, I'd be, maybe 2 beers in, I'd crack the third, I'd have my moment of truth, like, you know where this is going to go if you drink this, and I'd pour it out, right? Progress. The thing is, even from 2 beers, I would still wake up the next day hungover. Not as bad naturally, but I'm telling you guys, like, alcohol in my body are just not meant to be. So I'd wake up hungover the next day to some degree, and I didn't even get the enjoyment of, going all in with 5, 6 beers. Eventually, I asked myself, what's the point of all this? Like, you have everything that you need, right? Good job, family's healthy, beautiful wife, beautiful children. If you can't find enough adventure in that, in all of your blessings, and to take your life to the next level in that regard, and bodybuilding as well. Like, let's not forget, people, when you see me in the gym and you see my physique, like, are you willing to not drink any alcohol and work out as hard as I do? Maybe not, right? This is the results of things like that. So I have all these blessings in my life and all these domains of true value and true meaning that I can put all of my effort into and become the person that I was meant to be, and to maximize my potential. And I've just made the decision that that's what I'm going to do. I'm 33. I don't think I'll ever drink again in my life. I really mean that. But at 33, I've come to learn that I don't view the world the same way that I did when I was 23. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see how my life unfolds, but that's how I feel about it right now. Appreciate you guys for listening. Stay fit, stay free. Peace.